Now, staying with that, Senator, as the party contemplates its future, you yourself has faced recent calls to retire or at least step down as Senate Democrats leader. You've said you're staying put. Tell our audience why. Would you explain that, please?
I'm staying put because I have been
No, Chuck. No, Chuck, no. Give it up. You need to get up. Turn this monitor off. This recording webcam you got. Turn that lamp off behind you. You need to either go lay down or go outside to that old rusty barbecue grill you got sitting out there, all rusted up with them coils still in there from 2015, and you need to try to light it back on fire and learn how to cook a hamburger, sir. You need to learn how to make a hamburger and flip both sides. And give this crap up, sir. Or they ought to just knock on your door and beat it down and walk you out in handcuffs. They ought to put you in handcuffs and walk you out. I'm just saying.
in a very strong fight against Trump. And that's what we have been able to do.
Why would you explain that, please?
I'm staying put because I have been able to unite my caucus in a very strong fight against Trump.
Unbelievable.
And that's what we have to do. And I'm doing it every day in every way.
Unbelievable. Hey, we're doing it every day in every way. We need to figure out how to make that hamburger in every way, in every way. I mean, unbelievable. Need to be somewhere trying to figure out how to put that burger on the grill. How to cook it right. I'm for real. You need to give it up, Chuck. You got bigger things to fry, Chuck. You got bigger things to worry about than President Trump, Chuck. Unbelievable. You are a disgrace.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
What's going on, family? We got a video on Chuck Schumer today, so you already know how this is going to go. I'm not even going to waste any time. But I hope everybody is blessed, well, and healthy. That y'all are having an amazing start to the week. That 2025 is going well for you and your family, your friends, and neighbors, and strangers around the world, baby. And how do you feel about the first 100 days of President Trump's second term? Let me know in the comment section down below. But doesn't stop with these Democrats, these activists, these liberals, these race hustlers, race baiters. The Trump derangement syndrome is growing at levels and stages we've never seen before. The Musk derangement syndrome. It's honestly sad and pathetic what we have in this country. And we are against a great evil. So we send our prayers to Trump and the Trump administration. I want to send my prayers and love to you guys. And you just can't make this up, man. We got Chuck Schumer. So let's go and roll the tape.
They're trying to intimidate judges. This is not the first time or the second. They've said they want to impeach judges. They said they're going to go after judges who don't agree with them. That is so against the Constitution. What Trump, Biondi, and the whole Justice Department are trying to do is push that judge, threaten that judge, so the judge is no longer impartial. It is outrageous. You cannot have a democracy without an independent judiciary. And they're trying to clip the wings of that independence.
And they're taking away fundamental rights. I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions.
Yeah. Doesn't stop with these frauds and fakes and crooks and hypocrites. The hypocrites, not the hypocrites, the hypocrites. The illegal border encounters are down 95%, gotaways are down 99%, and illegal immigrant releases into the homeland are down 99.99% compared to Biden. But Chuck Schumer says he doesn't believe the numbers.
On border security, the White House and Republicans are touting the claim that illegal crossings are down by 95%, godways, as they call them, are down by 99%, and only 9 foreign nationals were released into the country compared to many more under the Biden administration during an equal period. Is that not a sign that the Republicans...
I'd say one thing to you. I don't trust Trump's numbers.
Again, y'all, Trump could do the best thing for this country, and they can show it to him. It could be, he can even see it for himself, and he'll still come out live just like this and bash the man, not agree with it, not agree with his numbers. You know, the hatred, the bias, the derangement syndrome, the lies. It'll still come out, man. It'll still come out, no matter what. No matter if the man makes America the best it's ever been, this will always be their response. I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it. It's not true. Trump is destroying the country. They ought to walk in there and put his hands behind his back, man. I'm telling you. Man is a disgrace, man. There's a video I want to show. I think Mad Hat did it. Let's see. Where is it at? Okay, here it is. Let's check this out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it would seem as if Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer has just been caught in a massive lie again.
Again. How many times? A Democrat these people tell a lie every single hour.
And you see, just yesterday afternoon, Chuck Schumer slipped up and admitted something about the Democrats' so-called constitutional crisis narrative that, let's just say, he's probably going to regret. But before we take a look at that, I want you all to take a listen to what Chuck Schumer had to say just yesterday afternoon about what the Democrats plan to do if they manage to retake the House and the Senate in the upcoming midterms. It would seem as if the Democrats are up to their usual antics. Take a look.
Your colleague from Georgia, Senator John Ossoff, told voters at a town hall that he strongly agrees that President Trump should be impeached. Do you agree with him? Would that be a priority if Democrats were to take back Congress?
Well, look, right now, President Trump is violating rule of law in every way. And we're fighting him every single day in every way. And our goal is to show the American people over and over again, whether it's the economy, whether it's tariffs, whether it's Russia and overseas, and whether it's rule of law, how bad he is. And, it's 2 years is too far away to predict. Our job is day to day to day to show who Trump is, what he is doing, and it's having an effect, as your poll showed. The American people are realizing.
You're not saying no.
CNN.
Look, it's too far away to even judge.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, notice that he didn't deny that the Democrats' plan was to impeach President Trump. Again. Folks, I have to say, the Democrats have learned absolutely nothing over the last 9 years. First, they pushed the bogus Russia collusion hoax. Then they impeached President Trump once. Then they impeached President Trump again. Then they weaponized the Department of Justice to raid Mar-a-Lago. Then they slapped him with 34 completely bogus felonies. But as you all know, none of it worked. The American people saw through all of it. And so if their master plan is to try to impeach President Trump again for a third time, who cares? Surely not the American people. But okay, now folks, let's go ahead and talk about this constitutional crisis narrative that the Democrats have been screeching about for years now. You see, like I said earlier, yesterday afternoon, Chuck Schumer slipped up big time and admitted something that absolutely blows apart the entire narrative. So folks, let's get into it. Take a look at this.
Warning, we are on the verge of a constitutional crisis. Has that crisis arrived, Senator?
Yes, it has, unfortunately, because Trump wants to be king. A king doesn't have a constitution. A king just does whatever he wants, and Biondi just goes along with them. They're trying to intimidate judges. This is not the first time or the second. They've said they want to impeach judges. They said they're going to go after judges who don't agree with them. That is so against the Constitution. The Constitution believes, and has been written with the wisdom of the founding fathers, that we should have separation of powers. There should be an independent judiciary. When you go before a judge, you think that you hope and believe that that judge is impartial. What Trump, Biondi, and the whole Justice Department are trying to do is push that judge, threaten that judge, so the judge is no longer impartial. It is outrageous in both cases.
You hear that, folks? According to Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer, trying to hold various progressive judges accountable for their criminal behavior somehow constitutes a constitutional crisis. And now, keep in mind, these two judges that Chuck Schumer is crying about, they were apprehended by the FBI just a few days ago for literally harboring illegal immigrants in their own homes. Yes, you heard that correctly. Two sitting judges actively helping illegal immigrants hide from federal authorities. Ladies and gentlemen, call me extreme, but as far as I'm concerned, these two judges shouldn't just be removed from the bench. They should be deported alongside the illegal immigrants that they seem to love so much. But okay, now check this out. About a month ago, Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer accidentally leaked the Democrats' plan to impose judicial tyranny. Take a look.
There are those who believe that we are in real time living through an assault on the constitutional order. Do you believe that we are in a constitutional crisis right now?
Yes, our democracy is at risk because Donald Trump shows that he wishes to violate the laws in many, many different ways. The good news here is we did put 235 judges, progressive judges, judges not under the control of Trump last year on the bench, and they are ruling against Trump time after time after time.
And so there you have it, folks, directly from Chuck Schumer's mouth. During Joe Biden's presidency, the Democrats deliberately appointed 235 radically progressive federal judges for the sole and exclusive purpose of undermining every single thing that President Trump tries to do. If you want to know what a real constitutional crisis looks like, look no further. There you have it. Unelected, hyper-partisan judges weaponizing the courts not to uphold the law, but to sabotage the democratically elected president of the United States of America. That is the real constitutional crisis. And then, when President Trump has the resolve to start holding these radical judges accountable, progressive idiots like Chuck Schumer run to the media screaming about authoritarianism and tyranny, all while defending literal criminals. This is hypocrisy of the highest order. This is projection on a level that is honestly kind of pathetic. But so you know what all of this proves? It proves that the Democrats, led by people like Chuck Schumer, consistently favor illegal immigrants over the safety and prosperity of law-abiding American citizens. They'll shield criminal judges, they'll protect violent illegal immigrant invaders, but they will never lift a finger for you or your family. Right now, the number one concern of the entire Democratic Party is to defend every single illegal immigrant invader from getting deported by President Trump, even if they've been verifiably proven to be a member of a foreign cartel gang or even worse, a terrorist organization, as many of them are. The Democrats don't really care about any of that. At this point, it's abundantly clear that the Democrats care more about illegal immigrant cartel gang member terrorists than they do about American citizens. And so, folks, in truth, all of this is an excellent reminder of why we all voted for President Trump, to finally put America first.
Simple, man. You know. But oh, Chuck. Oh, Chucky. Just can't make this up, man. Sitting up there with Al Sharpton. They ought to walk on set and put that criminal hands behind his back, too. A disgrace, man. But y'all knew how this was going to go, so hey, you know. Time for you to be walked out, Chuck. You got bigger things to worry about. Let me know what y'all think of this, man. I'm not gonna spend too much time on Chuck Schumer, on Chucky. You know, they should have walked him out a long time ago. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace and love, you guys.